Trying to watch season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, but you need a refresher? I got you. Here's a full recap of everything important from season 1 in 8 minutes. Okay, so we start off with Itadori Yuji swallowing one of Sukuna's fingers. Turns out, that's kind of a big deal. The big shots want to sentence Yuji to death because he's harboring a demon fox and can go berserk anytime. Good thing he has an instructor who's very strong and mentors him and keeps him under control. Wait, which show is this again? Alright, sorry. So Gojo tells the higher-ups to wait until Yuji consumes all 20 fingers before executing him. They can't really argue against Gojo because he's the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer alive. Yuji got his get out of jail free card and goes to Tokyo Jujutsu High. He is now one of 3 students under Gojo. His classmates are Megumi Fushiguro and Nobara Kugisaki. Megumi uses shadows for his curse technique, using it to store things and summon animals. Nobara uses her nails to attack. No, not the ones on her hand. She also has a voodoo doll technique which she uses more than once, unlike some other series I've covered. Ahem, cough cough. Alright, we'll talk about the upperclassmen later. So 3 of them, I'm going to call Team 7, go on their first official mission to investigate a cursed womb spirit. Turns out, the cursed spirit is a result of another one of Sukuna's fingers. They get overwhelmed by the cursed spirit, and Yuji has to let Sukuna out, leading to the death of Yuji. And that's the end of the story. Thanks for watching! Okay, we both know there's more. So Yuji makes a pact with Sukuna and he comes back to life, but Gojo wants to keep it a secret, so now he's in hiding, doing top secret training by watching movies and playing with dolls. Gojo ends up taking Yuji on a field trip for a lesson on domain expansion. Gojo fights a cursed spirit named Jogo. Imagine how confused new viewers get when you have a Gojo and a Jogo in the show. Anyway, Gojo wipes the floor with Jogo because he's the strongest alive. 6 eyes and the limitless technique is insanely OP. It's a bit confusing, so just know that the combination of those two is what makes him so strong. Back on the other side, the Kyoto Goodwill event is going to take place soon. And no, this isn't them thrifting for new clothes. It's basically an annual sports fest between the Kyoto and Tokyo schools. By sports, I mean they're basically fighting each other. The Kyoto school sends over Jennifer Lawrence enthusiast Aoi Todo and Mai, the short-haired, no-glasses version of Maki. They're here to coordinate and deliver the news. They get the Tokyo kids fired up, and that's basically the end of this arc. Alright, on to the next one. Here's where our first major villain of the series is introduced, Mahito. He's been going around transforming people into cursed spirits, and Yuji is getting a special lesson by investigating what's going on. Gojo is lazy, so he asks his buddy Kento Nanami to be his tutor. They split up into 2 groups, Nanami tracking down Mahito and Yuji tracking down Junpei, some nerd who gets bullied at school. The sexy man with a sexy voice finds Mahito's lair and they fight. Nanami tries to ratio Mahito, but fails, allowing him to escape. Oh, I'm not kidding by the way. Nanami's Jujutsu technique is called the ratio technique. The whole 7-3 ratio having to do with critical weak points and stuff. So, back to Yuji. Junpei gets manipulated by Mahito into killing people. Yuji stops Junpei before he could, and brought him back to the light side. That's why you see them laughing and smiling in the opening. Psych! This is a top 10 anime betrayal, because Junpei dies, leading to a Yuji Mahito one-on-one, before Nanami comes in and makes it a 2v1. Apparently, that wasn't enough, and Nanami gets trapped by Mahito's domain expansion. Anyone inside gets their soul touched inappropriately. Fortunately, domain expansions are weak from the outside, thanks to the Gojo vs Jogo lesson. And guess who was able to break in? Yep, Yuji breaks in and Mahito ends up touching Sukuna's soul. Uh-oh, Sukuna did not consent and almost kills Mahito. But JJK Tomura lives to see another day. Remember the Kyoto Goodwill event we talked about earlier? Well, it's finally time. Yuji officially comes back to life, but neither Sasuke or Sakura were surprised or impressed. The upperclassmen didn't seem fazed either. Let's go over them real quick. We have Panda, who is a cursed doll that looks like a panda, but also has 3 different forms. We have Maki, a close-range curse tool user who has no cursed energy. Inumaki, the quiet kid who only speaks in sushi terms, otherwise he'd literally curse other people out with his words. The Kyoto principal was not happy about this since he was one of the people who wanted Yuji dead. So, he ordered his students to kill him. We've met 2 of the students earlier, Aoi and Mai. Aoi's curse technique allows him to clap and switch places with a target of his choice. Mai can turn her curse energy into objects, but mainly bullets because she uses a gun. There are 4 other students we haven't met yet. Megamaru, a robot who's being controlled by a student in a tub. Next is Miwa, a blue-haired girl who wields a sword. Simple all around, even her technique is called a simple domain, which just nullifies curse techniques within its radius. Then we have Momo, a smaller girl dressed like a witch. She flies on her broom and uses it to attack as well. And the last student is Noritoshi Kamo, a student with bloodbending abilities. So everyone splits up and turns into your classic 1v1s showcasing everyone's abilities. Being fellow Jennifer Lawrence enjoyers, Aoi and Yuji bond and it turns into a training session. Aoi is doing his best to teach us Puraza how to get better at using his curse energy. We'll get back to this fight later. Mekamaru goes up against Panda, with Panda taking the win in his gorilla form. Tokyo 1, Kyoto 0. Nobara had Momo on her last straw. Get it? Because her broom is made of straw? Anyway, Mai steps in and bails Momo out. We're 1-1 on the score. Maki makes quick work of Miwa before heading over to Mai. Maki wins against Mai, making the score 3-1 Tokyo. Unfortunately, the Aki vs Noritoshi fight didn't have a winner because of an interruption we call the second part of this arc. The bad guys show up to steal the fingers of Sukuna that the high school has collected and some cursed artifacts known as the Death Paintings. Those will come into play in the next arc. There are 3 bad guys, Juzo, Hanami, and Mahito. Mahito is in charge of stealing the items, Juzo is on the outside to set up a barrier that prevents the faculty from entering. He doesn't do a good job though, because he gets taken down by Gojo and the Kyoto principal. As for Hanami, they provide us the best fight of the season. Megumi and Maki are no match for Hanami until Aoi and Yuji arrive to the rescue. They use Hanami as practice for Yuji's new move, Black Flash. Anyway, it's better for you to just watch this fight because it's an absolute banger. It looked like they were going to win, forcing Hanami to use their domain expansion, but that didn't happen because Gojo clears. Juzo gets captured while Hanami and Mahito escape, marking the end of the event. Except, they never determined which school won, which they settled with a good old-fashioned game of baseball. Tokyo wins 2-0. Funny episode, by the way. Okay, that was long as hell, but there were a lot of important things to cover. Good thing this arc isn't as long. Remember the death paintings from earlier? Well, the bad guys revived them, and they're off to find more of Sukuna's fingers. Turns out, it was a similar situation to the first arc. Team 7 is sent to investigate disturbances in a small town. Well, it's Sukuna's finger acting up again, so we'll see a clash between Team 7 and the death paintings. We also learn about Megumi's past and how his sister might die if they don't exercise the spirit. Anyway, Team 7 enters the domain of the finger, but so did the death paintings. The 2 younger brothers, Kechizu and Eso, were sent out, both of which use their blood to rot away their enemies. The group gets split. It's Aki versus the finger, and Nobara and Yuji versus the death paintings. After some back and forth, Team 7 takes the victory royale. Yuji eats the finger and gets more powerful. And that's the end of the arc. Oh, one more thing. We didn't see the oldest brother Choso of the death paintings, but he is big mad that his brothers died. So that's it. That's a full recap of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1. I covered everything important, and you should be ready to go for Season 2. If you found the recap useful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, or if you have any questions you still want to get answered, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, Wong Diggity out.